What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hey, if y'all not already a subscriber, that subscribe button and that bell like that, you notified whenever I go live or upload. Today they had that candlelight visual for little Dulce Maria Alavez. From what I gathered, they're about to kind of like hit the refresh button and like start all over, fresh start with this search. From what I understand, they're getting new canine dogs to assist in the search, new dive teams, and you know what I'm saying. Something that I heard in that live stream concerning this little girl, the candlelight visual thing that they had, was something was missed, nothing was found, and that is why they basically like relaunching this search and gonna kind of like hit the refresh button and start all over. I'm gonna go ahead and share the candlelight visual with y'all. I'll share it with y'all all the way until it arrives to the part where they get to praying. Then I'll discontinue it there. Give me 1 second. Now I'll handle that for you here in a minute. Take care of something real quick, and I'll be sharing that with you. Give me 1 minute. All right. Okie dokie dokie. Go ahead and kill this music. Kill the music. And boom. Share the screen. And here we go.
Can everybody come a little closer? You think I need a...
She can move it, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I do.
Where's the microphone?
He has it.
Hey!
Big phone, not too many people.
No. You good?
I do in my pocket.
Okay. Can I leave it? Thank you.
Take one for your friend.
Do you want to grab this one? Take this one.
Take one
this
for your
candle.
friend. Yeah. Take one.
There you go. Look it.
Good job. Good job. Here, take another one.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out on this cold evening. I'm sorry. Today marks 2 months of Dulce's disappearance. Unfortunately, no one wanted to be here doing another video. We all wanted Dulce a long time ago. We still have the faith and we still have the hope that she will be returned safely back with her family. We have the family here tonight. I'm not.
Good job.
We have Grandma holding pictures of
The microphone.
I don't know how to use it.
Just press the button on the side.
There's a light on here. Just talking.
Hello? Okay. Oh, I don't like this. We have Grandma here with pictures of Dulce. Les pido que me ayuden a encontrar a mi hermanita Dulce María. No saben cuánto la extraño. Cuando miro su foto me pongo a llorar, a saber que no estás con nosotros. Por favor, no dejen de buscar. Quiero que regrese pronto para jugar con ella. Te extraño mucho, hermanita.
Y este de Manuel.
Sí, ese de Manuel.
This one's from Manuel, Dulce's little brother.
Cool.
And then we have Dulce's Camila, her Dulce's aunt over there, and she made one also. It says, ayúdenos por favor, ya se hizo 2 meses sin saber nada de mi sobrina, Dulce María. Todos nosotros estamos preocupados por ella, al saber nada. No saben cuánto la extraño, solo les pido que nos ayuden. Quiero que ella esté conmigo en Navidad. Te quiero mucho, Dulce María.
You want to translate that?
Yeah, could you translate?
I'm going to translate somebody else too. You sure?
Okay, Camila, turn this way so I can read it in English, okay? Please help. I'm going to try my best. Please help us. It's been 2 months that has gone by without hearing from my niece, Dulce Maria. We all miss her. We are worried to not know nothing.
You don't know how much.
We don't know how much we miss her. I just ask for you to help us. I want her here for Christmas. I love you a lot, Dulce Maria. And that one's from Camila, Dulce's aunt. We have Aries' aunt, Laura here. She's here to say a prayer.
Es grupo de oración from the church.
Grupo Oración.
De la parroquia Santa Cruz.
Okay.
From the church
It's
Santa
church from
Cruz.
Bridgeton, yes. It's church from Bridgeton. I would like to come and share a prayer with us today. Before we start the prayer, Stacy? Yeah, I'm here. Did you want to say anything before we start the prayer?
What, in reference to what's going on?
Yeah,
behind?
and anything, yeah.
I think everybody can hear me. Behind the scenes, we're not family, we're mothers, we're grandmothers, we're citizens, and we're hoping for her safe return. We're working so hard to get a new K9 team, which agreed to do a new search and start the search from day one. We have a new dive team that also agreed to come in and check all 30 miles of the Cohansey River and all waterways surrounding Bridgeton Park. We've reached out to the mayor, and unfortunately, he hasn't gotten back to the person that is sending the emails. The police department has agreed to allow these search teams to start and begin. Tonight we're going to have the family sign off that these searches can start. They need a permission from Bridgeton. We got that permission, and we're also working on getting new billboards and some other things going on. But those are the most important things. They're actually going to start the search. We don't have a date, but they're going to start as if it was day one. They feel like something was missed. Nothing was found. They're not saying it was anybody's fault, but it was late in the day. I think they got started when the Amber Alert went out and the helicopters went and the boats went out and the dogs came out. I mean, a lot of time had already passed. Something was missed. So we want to go ahead and start from day one, and Bridgeton is going to allow that, and everybody is going to do it. You know, no cost, free of charge. This is what they do. They want to bring Dulce home, and they want to make sure that they've covered every area before they actually, you know, go to the second means. I know that it is a live investigation, FBI, so pretty much got to be careful what you do and say at the same time. We do have new hope. And that's all I want to say is bring Dulce home. If you have Dulce, let her go. There's people that love her, whether family or not. We're all family. That's our child. I mean, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it's going to take a village to bring her home. So we all have to stick together. Don't forget, come out on Sundays. Bring somebody with you. I mean, everybody should be together. The community. I mean, the people here tonight, I'm sure weep every single night like I do. I cry for this baby. I want to make sure she's safe and she's warm and she's fed and she's not being hurt or injured. Just bring her home. If you have her, let her go. Bring her home. She's our baby. She's the community.
You heard what she said. You heard what Miss Stacy said, sir, ma'am, or sir and ma'am. You heard what Miss Stacy said. That's our child. Bring her home. Bring her back to her family.
Communities. Bring her home.
Amen.
Does anybody else?
Buenas noches a todos. Primeramente, le doy muchas gracias a cada uno de ustedes por acompañarnos en esta noche que hoy se hizo 2 meses sin saber nada de mi nietecita. Nosotros, la verdad, estamos bien preocupadas por 2 meses sin saber nada de ella. Y nosotros no sabemos qué hacer. Solo le pido por favor que todo el mundo nos ayude. Compartir el foto de Dulce María. A mí me gustaría que toda la gente nos ayudara para que podamos encontrar a Dulce María, porque estamos pasando muy difícil, que nadie nos dice nada. Yo la verdad yo quisiera hacer muchas cosas, pero yo no puedo hacer nada, no tengo dinero para ir a buscar ayuda a otras ciudades. Yo quiero hacer muchas cosas, pero no puedo viajar porque yo no tengo papeles también. A mí me gustaría que me ayudaran, por favor, le ruego a todo el mundo que por favor que nos ayuden, porque no sabemos dónde vamos a buscar a Dulce María. Gracias.
Grandma, she's asking for help. They don't have the money to go out and get the help that they want and that they need. She says, we don't have papers, we don't have the money to go out. Please, can you please help us? You know, basically they need more help. They need just all the help that there is out there to find Dulce Maria. It's been very hard, very, very hard. You know, she always asking me, can you please help me? Can you please, is there anything else we can do? I mean, there's only so much at this point that we can do. But just, you know, keep asking the law enforcement and going out there. You know, thank God we found someone like Stacy that's, you know, amazing, that is out there helping us. And
Mary.
Yes.
There's Mary Sadowski, her name is, and she's the one, I mean, she's probably sent out probably 30 or more emails asking the dive team, and they would get back and say, oh, well, Canine, no, they've already done the search, and she would just keep poking them, and keep sending, and finally everybody agreed. So that's where, I mean, her hard dedication, she's not sleeping at night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight, but it is Garden State Dive and Rescue and Burlington Canine that are willing to come back in. So just so that you have their names.
Anybody else? And would anybody else want to speak? I wanted to give the message out here. We have Operation Dulce, and Operation Dulce is open to anyone that would like to help. It's for further search teams. If they have any ideas, if they have any suggestions, anything that may help us, with the search teams, and anything to help bring her out here. It's for the community. It's for everyone. It's the time where everybody can come together as one and concentrate on helping find Dulce. And it's so we can have billboards and give out more flyers, and it's just, everybody, let's come together and work as one. Let's not work in different areas. Let's just work as one. I have to say thank you to everybody also on social media. They've been covering Dulce's case. I mean, it's all over the United States, like everywhere. Everyone, I keep getting emails and messages saying that, hey, I live in Texas. I gave 150 flyers away. I live in California. I mean, we have a lot of support out there, and I want to thank everyone. Just because you're not here helping, you're not here searching, physically, but you are out there, you're still spreading the word. It's just as much as you've been here helping us here. If anyone has any suggestions on how they can go about, getting more help. Like she said, they don't have their papers. They're not legal here. They're scared. They're not the only ones that are scared. There's many out there in the city of Birchton that feel the same way. They're in the same shoes. And, I feel like a lot of people are afraid to speak because of that problem. And
aren't they going to waiver that?
They said that's what they said. Yeah. Hopefully, yes.
I thought New Jersey was a sanctuary state.
Yeah.
From my understanding, it's a sanctuary state. So that means they can't touch any immigrant.
Immigrants, right.
No.
Yeah, so...
They did make that promise.
Yes, they did.
They did a press, and they promised that anybody that came forward with any information, that for no reason would they be detained and
they will get the reward also.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll get the reward.
The reward is open to everyone, regardless of status.
Yes.
What is the reward?
The reward is
$52,000. And why are you holding the vigil here and not in front of where she went missing or in front of City Hall?
City Hall.
It had something to do with a permit.
Yeah.
Right?
And having it during the dark and the lighting.
They didn't have, they told me that the workers were on vacation to turn on the lights.
So you have a missing 5-year-old and City Hall refuses to give you a permit or allow you to just...
Well, they were willing to give a permit, but it had to be done
At 3?
at 3 o'clock during the light. How can you have a candlelight vigil
At 3.
at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? And if it went any further, then there had to be a permit. But somebody has to pay for that permit.
Right. Did you request for them to waive the permit fee?
I can actually say that the mayor's office, Miss Bush did call me back. I was looking for a safe, warm place for all volunteers to meet. She did offer information as to the Salvation Army, which I did reach out to. And they're willing to work with us with times and dates, so on and so forth. But I believe the mayor himself has not gotten back. I have an email from Mary Sadowski directly to the mayor. And for some reason, he's not directly getting back, not getting back to Jackie, not getting back to Mary, and we don't know the reason why.
And how long did Dulce live in Bridgeton?
All her life, right? Dulce was born here?
She was born here, so she went to school here?
Yeah.
Yes.
What grade was she in?
Was she in kindergarten? Kindergarten.
I find that really hard to believe.
Well, from what I was told, Miss Bush said, you know, I mean, they also want Dulce home.
Right.
Everybody's rooting that she comes home safe and sound. They feel like their hands are tied from what she was saying. They wanted, you know, for me to say to the family, they're heartbroken, but it's also FBI. It's an open investigation, and they have to go. Bridgeton Police has to go through the FBI. They have to go through the FBI. I don't know how true all that is. Not when it comes to a permit and or, you know, getting a billboard up. We're trying to get a banner made that hangs over when you enter Bridgeton where it says Historical Bridgeton. So people from out of town know a child went missing from this area.
Right.
You're coming in to visit a zoo and a beautiful park and have a family day, and a child is missing. And everybody entering Bridgeton should know that. And there are a lot of people that don't know that.
Yeah.
We went on foot to look for Dulce. We went on the other side of the Cahansi. And it was a small area that we searched that day, but we were supposed to be on foot just doing flyers that day. Afterwards, we went out on flyers. They went on foot. I went in car. They happened upon a barbershop that was a block and a half away from the park where the baby went missing, and they had no idea.
Yeah.
They had no idea. There's a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't even want to take the flyers. They were saying, oh, it's been too long.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? It's been too long. So people were stopped caring, and other people, because of the language barrier.
Do you think that's the issue? That's one of the issues?
I think
Because there's a language issue?
I believe that.
Hispanic girl
Yes.
here who's missing?
I think the whole problem, to be honest, was that they actually took Noima's boyfriend into custody, and they took him into Newark and made sure whether he was legal or not legal. I think that was a major mistake in the beginning of the investigation. Nothing against the FBI. I mean, they're working diligently. They're 24/7. They know more than what we know and what we'll ever know. But at the same time, I think that was a bad move, considering that it's probably 90% either Mexican, Spanish.
Well, they always go for family and friends that close to the family, and that's how they weed out.
Yeah.
You know?
No, respectfully, but
Well, that's how we work, though. You know, I'm an investigator. I'm a traffic investigator, and this is how we work it.
But I'm just saying, so
Without a trace, you know? I've done without a trace before.
But for the community that is mostly Hispanic and or speaks a different language, and the ones that are fearful that they're going to be deported and or their families are going to be deported or their loved ones, I think that was a bad move for them to take them and then made everyone else fearful, and then after the fact come and say, well, if you say anything or whatever, nothing's going to happen. But something already did happen. They put a scare. They put a fear.
How often are you planning to have these vigils?
I don't know, Jackie.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hopefully not too much longer. Hopefully we bring her home. And that's the end of it.
Absolutely.
So, why is the FBI involved? Are they afraid that she may have been taken out into another state? Usually that's when they get involved.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's when
She was number 5 on the FBI list.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should be
I
on
think
top.
once, I mean, it's a child gone missing. There's no lead supposedly at this time, but we don't know. We only know what the media is telling us and or what we know on the back end of it, but we don't know any details. But I mean, if they believe that somebody was kidnapped, that's FBI. That goes a lot further than the Bridgeton police.
Yes.
And did they get a bloodhound immediately after she was reported missing?
I don't know. I mean,
a couple of days, right? Yeah. It was a couple of days after.
Yeah.
Well, that should have been ASAP.
Yeah.
Quiero decir algo, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Ok, como persona del mexicano, ¿no? Agradezco a todos los medios porque vienen a tomar nota de esto. Y en lo personal a mí me extraña mucho que dentro de Estados Unidos no se sepa nada de lo que está sucediendo, porque Estados Unidos es un país donde hay mucha seguridad, eso lo sabemos, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces, como ellos que levantan las notas y las llevan más allá, donde quizás nosotros no podemos hablar ni entrar, que ellos le digan a las policías de los diferentes rangos, niveles, que por favor nos sigan apoyando, ¿no?
Sí.
Nos sigan apoyando, porque sí se ha visto que han estado apoyando, pero quizás no lo suficiente, ¿no? Para poder llegar a encontrar a la niña.
Claro. Sí.
Pues,
Can you translate what he said?
He's saying that he finds it hard to believe that in the United States you have a 5-year-old missing, and that to this day they haven't heard anything. Although that could be, I can't even say it's normal, because obviously it's not normal. But in this country, especially with a 5-year-old, he finds it hard to believe that the family doesn't have any answers. And it's been 2 months. 2 months. I don't know, you said that the Little River or the area behind was searched. There was a dive team that checked that area immediately after?
Yes.
How long after did that take?
I want to say like the day after or 2 days after. They came in pretty quick with that.
And how big was the team?
Pretty big. For the first week, it was really big. Yeah.
And the area's all wooded area. Have teams been up there, and have you done a canvas in the area?
Yeah.
And searched the
multiple
area?
teams.
And how many times has that been done?
I've done, by the police?
By the police, by the community?
Well, I've done 3. She did 1.
But was it an organized search, or was it just people walking around?
I just did it alone. And people helped me. They came out, but no one offered to or help me organize it.
I mean, what do you mean by organized?
Organized, when you get a group of 50, 100 people. Do a canvas search of
you
the
had
area.
you had like 60.
We had 65.
60.
Yeah, that was done
or
in
better.
8. That was done initially.
Yeah.
After that, and they had the planes or the helicopters.
The helicopters, the choppers.
The choppers.
I mean, everything's just like dwindling off. When I went out with Jackie, 25 of us showed up.
Yeah.
25 is not a whole lot to cover a whole
ours was like 37.
Dile a ella que en YouTube hay personas que leen las cartas, ¿ves? Que saben investigar. Entonces ellos dicen que la niña puede que esté acá, ¿no? Entonces ellos también le dicen y mandan el mensaje a la policía para que la policía se ponga en acción y investiguen. Dile a ella que les diga a ellos para que les digan a la policía que lo hagan.
I think I understand what he said.
Que hablen con la gente en YouTube.
Porque en YouTube hay personas que hacen videos y ellos dicen que investigan sobre casos así que uno no sabe.
Right, so he's talking about, I know in the past there's been psychics that...
You know, that's what upsets me right there, okay? I'm a psychic investigator.
Right.
I'm known around the world. I've gone and watched some of these YouTubes. I'm telling you something, I was utterly disgusted over it.
Yeah.
Right.
Disgusted. They belittled the family.
Yeah.
They put negative into it, and then they start stalking.
Yeah.
You know, I came...
All right. Before the young lady was rudely interrupted, the gentleman had asked the young lady to say that there's people on YouTube that are psychics that read cards and they have this divine connection with spirits. And he wants to know if someone could let the police know that there's these people out there with these connections. And he wants them to contact these people and take their information into consideration. And I agree with him. I do believe that the law should be investigating these spirit whisperers. That's what I call them. I call them spirit whisperers.
For the family, and
thank you.
I was asked to come out.
Yeah, thank you.
Because it's called Without a Trace, and that's what I like to work on, Without a Trace. You know, it's not about money.
Yeah.
To me, it's ugly money. Right. You know, it goes to the family, anything, you know.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
But hopefully with the new dog, I mean, she had a coconut ice cream. She had 2 spoons. No coconut ice cream found, not even 1 spoon was found. But were they, you know, the dogs had her clothing. But maybe this time around the dogs can have the ice creams to send, to
was
pick
it a
up.
bloodhound at that time?
I don't know whether it was a bloodhound.
Yeah, but they didn't find the ice cream cup. A dog can't just go on a cup that she did not touch.
No, they can go on the clothing.
They had to go on the clothing. And what the best thing is about dogs, I've worked with dogs before. I've located plenty of people, okay? Well, what the problem is, some of these dogs go off to eating trash.
Yeah.
Just last year, I got called out of my...
There's always someone in the crowd that knows it all, ain't it?
Home, and I went out of town to look for this gentleman, and I was at this spot, and the state trooper asked me to jump in the car and help him, okay? I seen the dog there, Trowbridge's dog, and I said, why are you going this way? The gentleman's this way behind his house in the pond.
Yeah.
And they didn't, you know, they let the dog go. The dog went the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then when I did one with Miss Molly, she went missing. I jumped on that case. They had her in the water. And I said, she's not in the water, she's not alive.
Yeah.
I ended up locating her in a forest. Alive. Okay? So it all depends on the dog.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because they didn't say that there was a dog that traced her for an hour. And my question is, how far could a baby possibly travel in an hour?
What that's what I'm getting at with the dogs.
Right.
Yeah. They had this lady 2.3 miles up the canal at the where the gates are. I walked that. I policed that all night because I knew she wasn't there. I knew she was across in the woods somewhere.
Right.
Okay? When I found her, she was right where I said. The dogs had her up 2.3 miles last year. Okay? And she never went that way. That's what I'm getting at, you know? And it depends what kind of dog it is.
Yeah.
You know?
So how can the people of the neighborhood, the friends, the family, how can they help you?
Right.
How can they help find those things?
Yeah. So many ways.
That's what we call it. Starting from fresh. You know, this Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just being straight up honest. And you know how I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't put nothing out there till after the fact.
Yeah.
And then I had the family back me up, or the law enforcement back me up.
Right. Right.
Well, I think we should start asking people. I mean, I didn't hear anything for them to say, every resident in Bridgeton and your outskirt area, check your yard, your sheds.
Yeah.
Like,
Your
I
farm,
see a lot of
something,
abandoned
yeah.
while I'm driving. I drive
10
over
acres
an
or
hour.
better.
I'm from Philadelphia. I mean, I see a lot of abandoned open fields or whatever. I just think that they should still be out there on foot with dogs searching on the outskirts and again until they find something. I don't think that they should just say, well, this is an open investigation. The FBI is handling it. They believe it was an abduction. Like, I think we should still search for her regardless.
If they're not giving you anything, most likely they don't have anything new to give you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't understand why she wound up on the FBI's most wanted
Right, and mess it up.
Absolutely. As a missing person. She's on there with a missing people like Jacob Weatherly. I mean, he would probably be 50 or 60 years old. They added her to a list of people where crimes were not solved. Like, she should not be on that list. She should be on most wanted. Yes, it's an active investigation. Her face should not be where people have been missing for 20, 30, 40 years, that there's no leads and they haven't found
She's
them.
on the top 5, right?
Now it's 10
Priority?
I think.
You need to keep hounding them every single day.
Yeah, hounding, absolutely.
Every day. Call them, ask them what's going on, what they're doing.
Well, we did get some emails back saying,
there's a catch there too, because too many people are calling them and giving them false
information.
They haven't slept either. I mean, that hits home for everybody. I mean, whether 5 years old or, you know, like 50 years old, people are questioning, how come they're paying more attention to like a 30-year-old girl missing or whatever? Missing's missing. It's somebody's daughter, it's somebody's child, it's somebody, you know, mother. It doesn't matter, and we should all care. We should all do whatever we have to do, whether it's make a flyer, come out on foot, you know, give the family a hug.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Definitely social media goes a long way. If we had known about Facebook and her face page, we wouldn't have.
I don't know how true it is, but I heard that the family isn't even employed any longer. How are they living? How are they surviving?
37 years ago.
I made a Facebook and everybody called me a fraud. So I had to take it down in order just for a billboard and banner.
You know what I mean?
Has anyone started a GoFundMe page?
I did, and I was going abroad, and I had closed. We had 3 donors, which was very nice. We got $150. The $150 we were going to put and make the banner that's going to go across historic. Welcome to historic Bridgeton. No, welcome to. There's little girl missing.
Yeah.
This is her face. Don't forget it. Look for her.
You're welcome.
I know that's right.
Okay, we can start with
I know that's right.
the prayer.
Unity,
¿Puedes
man.
empezar así?
Power come in numbers. We need unity.
Vamos a ponernos ante la presencia de nuestro Señor. Sabemos que Él es el Dios de lo imposible.
They're about to start praying.
No hay nadie más que
I'll drop the link
pueda
to the
hacer.
group in the description below. Like that, you guys could come through and get access to the group. Like that, you could like stay informed with this case, and you could actually check out that whole live that was done today in regards to little Dulce Maria Alavez. What she looks like, my friends. You guys, anyone that may be watching this video, you see a little girl that resembles this little girl here, contact the FBI, the Bridgeton police. I mean, whatever you have to do. His family needs your help. Check out that group. Like I said, I'll drop the link below, and then you get access to that group. I believe they have a PayPal going on. I mean, not a PayPal, a GoFundMe. They have a GoFundMe going. In order to get more flyers made, get these banners made, and you know what I'm saying, like really spread the word about this little girl going missing. You know what I'm saying? There's a sad situation, as you know, as you heard the grandma say. You know what I'm saying? They're undocumented. They're having a real difficult time in dealing with the system, and you know what I'm saying, and doing whatever is possible in order to find this little girl. They say that they're not deporting nobody, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have no kind of issues if you're undocumented and you have information in this case. If the person who took this little girl, if by any chance you watching this video, please get this little girl back to us. You feel me? You heard what Miss Stacy said. This is no longer that family's little girl. It is our little girl. You feel me? And we want her back. With that said, my good peoples, there's questions that have been answered. There's still many unanswered questions. As far as we know, they're about to hit the refresh button. They got new dive teams, new canine dogs, and they're organizing another search, another real live search. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering why the mayor is not answering these emails. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering why is it that they're giving this family such a hard time just to even have a visual. A lot of unanswered questions. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm wondering, is this an abduction case, or is this just a missing persons case? I mean, it's just the questions, you know, some get answered and then more just add up, you feel me? I don't know. But All I do know is that this family could use your support with your blessings in whatever way that might be. Whether it's your time, your financial blessings, you know what I'm saying? However you can help this family, it could really use your help at this time. With that said, my good peoples, shout out to Miss Annie for volunteering her home to this family and having this visual at her home. Shout out to Miss Stacy, who spoke very eloquently in that candlelight visual. Another special thanks to the organizer, Miss Rodriguez, Jacqueline Rodriguez, who's been, you know what I'm saying, she's been doing her thing, even though she's not a professional and she don't really know what she's doing. She's doing what she can with what she has, you feel me? And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's all that we really could ask for, you feel me? That's it, man. I'll drop the link to the group right there. You could go ahead and support this family with your blessings, or any other way that you may be able to support this family. Support this channel by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the bell like that, you're notified whenever I upload or I go live. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Your input is very greatly appreciated. There is a $52,000 reward for, you know, anyone who may have information that leads to the finding of this little 5-year-old girl that's been missing for 2 months. My good peoples, I'm your boy, Moises Beauchamp, getting up out of here. I wasn't able to make it physically to this candlelight visual, but I was there in spirit. I'll be making my way up there here shortly. Hopefully I'm there for the next search event that they'll be having. If you're in a local area, you ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, find out where they're meeting up for this search. That's it, my good peoples. I'm gone. Peace.